Still no extra bad endings, and I had quite a few chances to get one there. At the beginning of the last episode, so many bad choices that could have been made, but I think it was a pretty easy route to get a good ending in those. Hello and welcome back to Sound a Drop Fall into Poison. Now this is a bad end possibility, which is odd because I'd more see this choice as a possibility from true ends. But let's be realistic here. My goal is to go save Himeno. Let's get the fuck out of here. This might be a really bad idea, but let's get the fuck out of here. They've run over all over Menton Aquarium, returning to the stage. Aiueo. Having reached the shed on the edge, I caress Himeno's form as she lies on her back. She's alive. For that alone, I am incredibly happy. Are you okay? Her face is red and feverish. Himeno seems to be suffering. But she doesn't have blood going everywhere, so there does seem to be some change. She's no longer spewing at the parasites that were consuming her body. Could have it stopped? The parasite strains propagation and assault. Maybe they are linked to the grudge of Manton Aquarium. Now that the director has crossed over, maybe the so-called curse has vanished as well. In other words, at this point, Himeno may have been freed from this absurdity. Now all that's left is to get her out of here, take her to the hospital, get her on an IV, and restore her strength. I mean, she's feverish because her body was just fighting an infection of parasites. Yeah, she's gonna feel like shit, but it's fevers are a body's reaction, not the actual thing that's hurting you. And if the parasites are gone, then we're good. We should be good. I hope we're good. Let's go. Let's get going, but I can't carry you on my own. Physically, there's little more I can do. At times like these, I regret my lack of motor skills. I glance around the room looking for something that can help. Oh, this is it. There's a hand truck used for moving boxes. They probably have large tools and such on hand for shows. I can do it. With this, we can make it. I call out to the suffering Himeno many times, bring the hand truck over and Himeno, and somehow set her on top of it. From there, I get a vigorous start. We charge through a route with a few up and downs, heading for the gate. The hand truck is slicker than expected, so I push it with all my might. It's only been 5 minutes. Having reached the finish line unharmed, I stand completely still before several turnstiles, one right next to the other. Finally, we made it here. In just a number of steps, I'll be able to save Himeno. If that's the case, I can keep going. At the moment we pass through the ticket gate, it feels as though we are enveloped in light. Together with Himeno, we pass through the light. And I know I can get past it. It should actually bring me back. It should actually bring me back based on everything's so black. Uh-oh. This doesn't seem good. Okay, good. Did it bring us straight to the hospital? No. A week has passed since that traumatic escape. There's no change in my physical health, and the weakened Himeno is in the hospital even now. I came to pay you a visit, Himeno. Lately, I visited her hospital room every day. Every time I go to see her, she is so happy. Thanks, Aiueo. Looking at the sickly Himeno is painful. If I could, I'd get her out of the hospital right away. How much damage did they do to her? Well, it seems they have to keep me for a little longer for observation, so just wait a little longer. Lying on the bed, Himeno smiles at me. But she still seems sickly. Is she not getting better? I don't remember if it started that day or night or not. Despite the fact that she's hospitalized, Himeno's condition has deteriorated. No! Even after a month has passed, Himeno has lost her enthusiasm from just before our escape from Manton Aquarium. As each day passes, her condition worsens. At the suggestion of Himeno's parents, she has changed hospitals, but her circumstances don't seem to have improved. Why? Himeno, I don't know how much time has passed. It's probably been half a year since we escaped the Manton Aquarium. The amount of words Himeno has said has drastically decreased. It's become difficult for her to eat on her own. Himeno, why? I just wanted to eat ice cream together. We had so many fun things ahead of us. My heart overflows from its very core with thoughts and feelings. Yeah, this is the bad end. This is clearly the bad end. Smile once more. I don't know how many times I've said these. I was just so proud of the fact I hadn't gotten in bed in quite some time. I don't know how many times I've said these words to the hospital room. However, she shows no hint of a reaction. Himeno's attending physician says quite bluntly the cause is probably something unknown to science at present. Oh. What is... the cause of what? How is her condition deteriorating? What is... she's physically reacting to something. Something's happening in her body that's causing these chemical reactions. Then doesn't that mean I wasn't able to save Himeno? No. I don't want us to say goodbye here. Doesn't matter how many years it takes. If I can see that smile again, so please. Where salvation lies. AKA not here. What could I possibly do in the rest of the Manton Aquarium that would change the scenario? No, Himeno! No. Dear good. Fuck. Okay, I'm going to the deep sea fish booth. I don't know why I would, but especially when my goal is to save Himeno. I reach for the small handle under the director's desk. Wait just a little longer, Himeno. I have no time, but that means I have to be all the more careful. In a way, this is Manton Aquarium's final puzzle. The closed-down deep-sea fish booth. Everything will be settled there. There has to be an end to the red Manton Aquarium. Embracing the vigor in my chest, I pull open the small door. I descend the ladder leading from the director's office, walk along the dark underground passageway for several meters, and reach another ladder. Causing a dull sound to echo, I climb the ladder. As I approach the door overhead, a cold air flows through. Whew. Pushing the door up with my head, I reach the top of the ladder. Oh. So is this legit? Am I in the water? Am I in the actual water now? It sort of feels like I'm in the actual water. This is the deep sea fish booth. I mutter, closing the door I came up through. Inside, it's pitch black. As if to match the real deep sea, it is a world with no light. My unease in the dark comes from the deep down in my heart. However, at that moment, I am unable to suppress the feeling. Stretching my arms out to the right and left, I carefully walk on. There must be something here. I'm absolutely sure of it. I don't know why, but okay. That light. After walking for a bit, I find a light floating in my path. It's neither the red light nor the blue light I saw in the director's office, but rather a golden light, like that of a morning sun. I suddenly begin walking towards that light. Maybe nothing there, so I don't even consider the possibility. I mean, it's a light. Pretty. I'm just gonna choose this out of the funniness of that being the reaction. So pretty. Called by the light, I move forward. I know. Having gotten close enough to touch the light, my movements seem to be off. The ball of light before my eyes has begun dodging me. A deep-sea fish, eh? That much I can understand. A football fish, perhaps the most famous of the deep-sea fish. It emits lights even in the depths of the deep-sea ocean, slyly awaiting its prey. But I'm no longer prey. At least I'm trying not to be. Passing the light as if something has been blown open, as things begin to flicker throughout the room. Yellow lights, blue lights, even red lights, they all rush into the room like fibers. All of the lights waver like the surface of the water. Thanks to the intermittent light, I began to grasp the full form of the deep-sea fish booth. Fish are swimming all throughout the room. The light itself is the fish's habitat. This is the sea to the fish's spirit that have lost the malice that was once guided them. I'm not afraid anymore. The rector himself said that it had all been freed from their malice. Just as he said, the fish no longer have any aggression. The oarfish, the monkfish, the hagfish. There are ones with scary faces, transparent fish, and fish that glow beautifully. Though differently from the football fish, the room filled with several deep-sea fish is more realistic and more magnificent than any other display space. I'm no longer afraid, so come on out. Weaving through all of the fish, I touch a wall on the other side of the deep-sea fish booth. Mari. Just as I call her name, I feel my legs slam close together. What? Huh? I suppose this is what you'd call carelessness. My legs have been grabbed by a large tentacle. It has white skin and pale pink suckers. At my feet is the deep sea. I can see black shadows, far closer to me than the bottom of the sea. I've seen this creature on the news, the TV. It's the largest creature on planet Earth. A giant squid? Oh, what did I press? My impatience is greater than my fear. Before it can pull me in, I have to escape. But the suction pads are strong. As I struggle, another tentacle approaches. Tell me, is this Mari, maybe? Huh? That is the voice of hope. A small hand reaches down from above as I am pulled further into the deep sea. A hand of salvation for me as I writhe against the imminent death in the darkness. What choice do I really have? Big sister, if you go away before we get to make up, I really will hate you. I'm not going anywhere. First, I grasp the hand tightly with my right hand. At such a miracle, I begin to realize my zeal returning. Next, I grab the little hand with my left hand. I can feel my energy growing stronger. I'm pulled up with a great amount of power. It isn't just the owner of the voice strength either. I can feel the intervention of a miraculous amount of power. With just that, the tentacles that hold my leg have refused to let go are easily peeled away. Ah! Pulled away from the darkness, I land on my backside. I don't know how many times I've fallen down today. Please cut it out. The bones of my butt feel like they'll break. There's no time for such carefree thoughts, though. I've ended up in the deep-sea fish booth once more. The room with so many types of fish just swimming about. She is here. I puff out my cheeks. I place my hands on my hip, and I push myself forward with my palms. So, you really were here. And your hair is more purple than I thought it would be. Mari, really? Huh? Who are you? I thought you were my big sister, but you're grown up? Yeah, it's been 5 years. Looking at me as I lift my head as a girl with long hair, Mari is looking down on me. It's me, Nakanobi Mayumi, your big sister. Huh, yup, I'm not wrong after all. You've grown up, but you're my big sister. I wouldn't be surprised for her to not recognize me. In the 5 years that have passed, I have been going through a growth spurt. I've grown quite noticeably and cut my hair that was at the time as long as Mari's. My looks and my body, well, I've gotten a little bit more mature. But Mari's laughing and nodding. She called me big sister. I've been looking for you this whole time. Since you got lost, I thought I should find you, big sister, the whole time. I didn't get lost. I didn't get lost. You got lost. Should make a rivalry out of this. Who really got lost? It was you. I realized that Mari's voice has an echo to it. It isn't because of the room we're in. It's probably due to the light shining through Mari's silhouette. I saw something scary. A lady with a scary face that wouldn't let the man who looked worried get out of the water. She was drowning him. Oh, she was caught up in this somehow. Oh my goodness. Is there a chance that Rieko actually thought Mari was his daughter and she killed her because, not just because of the witness thing, but because of that? Lady, man. Wait, could that be the director in Sakinuma Rieko? I got scared, so I ran away, but this lady chased after me. Sakinuma Rieko. Mari, I ran and I hid myself in some sort of box. I thought how I wanted to see you and stay there the whole time. Then suddenly the whole place was filled with water. Then I went to sleep. Oh, don't describe how you died. Oh, that's sad. That's really fucking sad. You're like just a child. Mari, I'm sorry I couldn't save you. Having witnessed the scene of a murder, Mari ran away with Manton Aquarium. Within Manton Aquarium, Sakinuma Rieko pursued her. Then she ended up in some empty tank that was filled with water. Then she... Was it an accident? Sakinuma's Rieko's doing? Or could she have possibly been that she slipped into the Red Manton Aquarium? In this world of strange phenomena, Mari herself probably doesn't even know. The one truth is that Mari's life was brought to an end. After that, why did he come back here? I don't know. I drifted, sleeping the whole while. Then I thought that you had come, so I woke myself up. Mari, you're dead, aren't you? I say these words, enduring the pain in my heart. It feels like I have no choice but to say them. Yeah, sorry, big sister. The one who should apologize is me. I had no idea you faced something so terrible, and I wasn't able to save you. Even though you waited here for me, I couldn't save you. That's right, jeez, because you always get lost. Big sister, are you crying? I'm sorry. Mari says this to me in an innocent voice. I'm not crying. I am her big sister. Her big sister, 5 years her senior. So then, I can't cry. Mari's smiling so broadly. I can't let her see me do something as uncool as crying. I've suddenly become really concerned about people seeing me as cool. Finally, I was able to see Mari. Finally, I was able to reunite with Mari. No matter what form she takes, she isn't supposed to be a sad thing. This isn't supposed to be a sad thing, is it? Well, I'm going now. To where? I don't know, but this cradle where I've been sleeping feels as though it's slowly disappearing. That's why I feel that somehow I'm not supposed to be here anymore. Mari, thank you for saving me. I was unable to save Mari, but even so, Mari brought me through my own crisis. I'm pretty pathetic for a big sister, huh? Now, after all... Oh no, I'm pretty pathetic for a big sister. No, after all, you came to see me, didn't you? Yeah. Manton Aquarium's final truth. For me, that would be Mari's death. I realized this a long time ago, honestly, but I was unable to accept it and let it go so easily. Little by little, the light enveloping Mari grows stronger. If the director was like a shell for the Red Manton Aquarium, then Mari, surely being one drop amongst the collective, was being released. The thing that held her here is now gone. All around me, numerous other lights are climbing towards heaven. As if the ceiling is no obstacle, pillars of light fill the deep-sea fish booth. This other Manton Aquarium is vanishing. Big sister, I love you. How about you? Oh, it's the same for me, as it should be. Well, I'm going then. One choice. And I can't do anything else. That's my only choice? Okay. Wait, Mari. What is it, big sister? This keychain. It's my treasure, so... I pulled the keychain bearing all of my memories from my pocket. I dropped it once, but it came back, as if guided by destiny. A true treasure. Just as if she were seeing it for the first time, Mari makes a sad face. Fair. After all, back then, you told me how important it was. It is important. And precious, so I'll give it to you, Mari. I am your big sister, after all. It was such a trivial thing that I regret it from that day. I won't make that same mistake again. What is it that's important to me? I feel like I understand that a little better now than back then. Thank you, but sorry. I gave my keychain to a girl that looks just like me, so I can't trade with you. Oh, so it was the oh, that's nice. That's really nice. A faint band of light appears in Mari's eyes. Illuminated by the numerous twinkling lights, Mari is so pretty. It's alright. In sync with my words, I rub Mari's head. I cannot touch her long hair, but even so, I embrace her. I know that girl. She's a friend of mine. Well, then I'll treasure it, no matter what. Okay. The light envelops me, even me. The warmth is like Mari's own body temperature. In a way, Mari will probably go to heaven. I believe that Mari will definitely go on to a happier world at least. Because Mari is a kind girl. Innocent, even. Do not toy with me. Oh, I wonder who might this be. It's either gonna be Yoshi. Wait, his name's Yoshi, right? It's been so long since I even said it or thought about it. Or Rieko. Huh? Ah! Oh! What? What? No, what? What is happening now? As if an arrow had been shot through the room, all the twinkling lights stop in sync with the voice. As soon as I hear the voice, the light surrounding Mari disappears, and it is as if time has stopped, leaving me wide-eyed at the small voice that screams hard enough to burn itself out. Amy, no. No, this shouldn't be. I deny the truth in front of me, the owner of that voice, and the red light that seems to be enveloping her. Don't tell me she died. Don't tell me she died and she's keeping up this grudge. Don't go deciding that it's all over for yourself, Sakuragi. Going and destroying this place because you say your objective is complete? How convenient. I'll kill that brat. I'll kill anyone who saw what I did. I'll return to Manton Aquarium. There's no fucking... What? Wait, what? This is not Himino. The wall of the deep-sea fish booth is thrown open, and inside I can faintly see the tunnel tank. Himino is standing there, lit behind by the red light leaking out from the entrance. Her face is covered in a distinct shadow. This isn't the appearance of the weakened Himino, nor is it the Himino I know. Her breathing rough and her expression furious, she takes a stance like a model would. No, why? Mari's gentle expression has changed to one of fear in an instant. And the red comes. No, this is bad. Everything is bathed in red light. My pulse quickens and grows stronger. Aye. As she says this, the corners of Himino's mouth bend. Even though I recognize the expression as a smile, it takes me some time. Found you. You're that? No? What? Why does she... This clearly seems like Rieko, personality-wise. Why am I singing Himino? There's no way that... What? Letting out a sudden scream, Mari takes off running. In order to reach the one and only exit in the basement, Mari uses her small body to slide past Himino's thigh. Himino, what? Hey, answer me, Himino. Why, my name isn't Himino. Wait, what do I... Isn't that... Could she be? So I'm mistaking that as Himino's face and voice. However, this isn't the first time I've heard the way Himino's speaking right now. I remember it. It's someone I know. Sakinuma Rieko. You have guts to address an older lady than you without respect. You were a spirit after all. Then how did you get Himino's body? Through possession? Himino, this vessel. The girl was shaken at the bottom of her heart. She bore resentment. Resentment? Yeah, as the one who left her all alone, that would be you, Nakanobe Mayumi-san. Himino resented? Himino gives a sly grin. No, the one in front of me isn't Himino. It isn't. But... I came all the way here for Himino. I followed that brat to kill her, but I slipped from a machine and died. I was unable to finish the job. If I can't get rid of my worries, I cannot rest easy. Sleep deprivation is the enemy of a woman's complexion. Everyone died at the same time. Okay, that's a bit of a vengeance. The vengeance Manton Aquarium had on her was that she slipped. And she fell. Man, this aquarium really likes making girls slip and fall, don't they? Wait, what? But you're already dead, aren't you? If she weren't dead, she couldn't possess Himino like this. Is it actually her body, or is it just a hallucination, an illusion, maybe? It doesn't matter. I'll use this girl's soul, and this time create my version of Manton Aquarium. There I will resume my peaceful existence. If you're dragging Himino into it, then it's all wrong, isn't it? My soul is nothing more than a droplet within Manton Aquarium. Just as I am released, I am pulled back in. My soul alone can't create Manton Aquarium. I need something not linked to this place or the other souls. So I'll use this girl's soul instead. Isn't that enough? Mari's already... It does not matter. I will kill that child. If I don't, I cannot move forward. There's nothing more for you to move forward with. She's already dead. With a twisted expression, Himino clicks her tongue with a... No, that's not Himino. Himino would never make that face. I'll go ahead and say it, but it's because this vessel has its own will that I'm like this. The reason I hate you is because of a vector of malice from within. That's a lie. I hate you. What? The words said on the spur of the moment, words that don't even fill up a second. These words definitely originated from Himeno's mouth, in Himeno's voice, in the same way of speaking that Himeno uses. Saginuma Rieko spins her body around. The sound of her heels going clack, clack, clack leaves the deep sea fish booth behind. She begins walking to man's aquarium that is now corroded with red. Stupid Himeno, you idiot. You baka. Feeling nauseated, I say this over and over. That's why I'll save you. No matter what. I don't care if Himeno does hate me, because I love her. She is my dear and close friend. I definitely don't. This is a fate worse than death at the moment. So, okay, this is. If I let this go on, this is a worse end than the bad end I just got. So, all throughout the red aquarium, the fish were swimming about. This is super duper red aquarium at the moment. Rushing out of the tanks that served as containers, they literally migrate to every inch of the area. It has become a big ocean, far greater than just the deep sea fish booth. The cutlass fish was hopping around the tunnel tank is now just a school of fish swimming around. Occasionally a manta ray passes at my feet, with a small shark swimming overhead. The fish's understanding of this space is probably different from mine. The walls, the floors, the ceiling are definitely there, but any concept of up and down, left or right is irrelevant to them. The two perceptions of the world are merging together. Neither versions of the world seem to be changing to the malicious aquarium that existed up until now. All of it seems to blend together, the world on the threshold. If what Saginuma Rieko said is true, at the moment Mari and I touched hands, the new red man's aquarium was completed. I won't let you. This is something I definitely will not allow. I can guess where she's headed. I double my speed and head for that place as well. She said that she fell from a machine. There's a machine high enough to die from falling off of. There's no place it could be except for the machine room. There's a ladder leading to it from a passageway where Yoshi-san went crazy. Okay, things are gonna go well then. That's where I head. Weaving through the fish, I move along, going to save the people who are important to me. Mayumi. Okay, let's go. There was a door combined with a panel on the wall just after exiting the tunnel tank. Upon closer inspection, the words "staff only" are written on it. I open it and see that there is a staff passageway that goes to the stage. There are many hidden passageways besides this one in the aquarium before I realize that I become knowledgeable about this place. I have no time to get caught up in sentimentality. Stopping Saginuma Rieko takes priority. On opening the door, the cool air flows out. Just to be safe, I look all around, but there's no sign of Yoshi-san. Yoshi. Yep, Yoshi Kenji. I need to remember his name because he seems to care about that. And that could come up again. The time axis may still be changing every time someone passes through a door. I don't sense any strange phenomena in the dead silence of the passageway, so all that's left is to move on. Himeno. When I call out in a loud voice, I get no response. Hey, Himeno, Mari, where are you? As I move farther into the passageway, I call out several more times. There's no response still. If so, Saginuma Rieko probably has already climbed up. I climb the ladder on the side of the passageway. As this passageway is essentially a sub-basement, the very top is quite high up. I climb it in one go. Looking out, I'm on a walkway above the tunnel tank. From here, one could feed the fish in the tank or adjust the machines. Being above the tunnel tanks puts me about 3 stories high. Ew, that's actually really high. Looking up from below, it's hard to tell how high this goes up thanks to the water. Physically, I get the sense of that's how high I've climbed. It's so deep that I can't see the bottom. If I fell into the water here, it'd still be dangerous. With my clothes, I easily sink to the bottom. There's no water, just thinking about it is terrifying. Right now, I can be certain that there's no water filling it to the brim. This thin walkway above the giant tank is a bridge about 10 meters across. Even missing one's footing by one step could easily lead to them falling. There seems to be a ladder on the other side as well. The metallic footsteps coming from over there and hint at that fact. Over there. Himeno, Mari! I've heard the footsteps before. Those are Himeno's boots. You know this place well enough. From her head down, Himeno's body appears clearly. Directly across from me on the walkway where I currently stand, Himeno, or Saginuma Rieko, is standing there. He's holding the captured Mari. Mari, do not move. You know what will happen if you do, right? Big sister, I got caught. Saginuma Rieko has Mari by the collar, tightly restraining her. It goes without saying that there is a major difference in stature between Mari and Himeno. She holds her as if she intends to enact violence upon her captive. Mari puts a smile on her pained face. The fact that she is forcing herself to smile is clear as day. The order in which one does things is important. After I kill this brat, I'll cast aside the flesh of this vessel and assimilate myself into the aquarium. Once my mansion aquarium is complete, I'll curse you and end your life. So just keep quiet and observe. Stop calling Mari a brat already. Stop calling Himeno a vessel. Is there any meaning whatsoever in all that for me? For me, the role one plays takes precedence. In my world, I am at that center. How awful. I can't think of you as human. Mari alone is bad enough, but Himeno is being held hostage here as well. If Himeno drowns, I can't save her. How can I possibly save both of them? I frantically search my thoughts. Saginuma Rieko isn't taking her eyes off of me. At the same moment I become aware of her stare, she laughs boldly. Mayu, you're the one who's awful. Oh, you fucker. What? That brief phrase, she's halted my thoughts. Just like the bizarre phenomenon at the deep-sea fish booth, her voice and tone are unmistakably Himeno's. Leaving me in that terrifying place. It's your fault I've ended up like this, Mayu. You know, she probably does have some semblance of a grudge against Mayu at the moment, but I think this place probably amplifies it. Because, I mean, everyone's gonna hold a grudge in that sort of situation, just a little itty-bitty one. Often, I imagine for her, her grudge is probably small enough that in reality, if she's acting on her own real will, she probably it would be buried underneath her positive emotions for Mayumi. But then again, that's not going to help me here. If you had just told me the truth about yourself, we wouldn't have got into a fight. If you had just told me about the things your sister going missing, or that she was here instead of deciding everything on your own, I wouldn't have ended up like this. Even though, so that's how you saw it? Even though Saginuma Rieko is possessing her, those words now were just none other than hers. I see Himeno as my best friend, and because of that, I know that those words are how she truly feels. You know, I thought of you as my best friend, Mayu. That would just be my own misconception, wasn't it? You didn't care what happened to me, did you, Mayu? No, I've been doing this entire thing just to try to save you. Mari was just a side thing in my mind. No, that's not. The words of denial came out shrouded in uncertainty. Himeno's expression is a serious one. It's the face I saw when we fought, looking a little like she might cry, but very angry. I came all this way for Himeno, but why are things getting so messed up here at the very end? Himeno, I'm sorry. Don't give up, big sister. I start to look down. Mari's voice calls back to me. Mari? When I've been in an argument, I've lied too. Even though I love you, I said I hated you. The lady's making the same face I made at those times. Oh, good point. Didn't I tell you not to speak? Saginuma Rieko squeezes the base of Mari's neck even tighter. Why shouldn't she speak? You're already threatening to kill her. So, yeah. Mari instantly shuts her eyes and looks at me through the slits. Mari! Yeah, I'm alright, big sister. Oh. With a pained expression, Mari continues to smile. I love you, big sister, just the way that you are. I told you to shut up, you little brat. Bye-bye, big sister. No! Just she hinted with her tone. Saginuma Rieko tosses Mari into the tank water. Even at the last moment, Mari's face is smiling. Mari! It's almost a reflex. I dive into the tank. Serves you right. I hate such juvenile ways of thinking. Saginuma Rieko's shrill laughter resonates from overhead. I swim after Mari as she sinks to the bottom of the tank. Swimming isn't exactly my forte, but no matter what, I want to save her. Die, die, die. This way I'll finally be free. My soul will finally become one with this Manton aquarium. I swim deeper and deeper. Notice that Mari's body is beginning to float up little by little. The tanks here in the aquarium contain a great deal of salt. Much like seawater, the force with which something is thrown in disappears against the water's resistance, causing it to float. I will save Mari. Reach out my hand and grab Mari's. I don't know if I actually touch Mari's hand, but I definitely have the sensation that I've grabbed something. Just like that, two of us float upward. At this speed, we should probably be able to keep breathing. This time I was able to save you, Mari. I was able to save you. Thank you, big sister. I don't think I consider it saving her if she's already dead, but still. This time I was able to hold the hand of my one and only little sister, of whom I was unable to save 5 years ago. The thoughts and feelings that have lingered for 5 years have finally been able to get through. I'm unbelievably happy. My, what a pity. Huh? And down again. The transient joy smashed away in the blink of an eye. Sakinuma Rieko has also leapt into the tank. Riding the force of her dive, she grabs hold of us and pulls us towards the bottom of the tank. Oh boy. Ugh. Strength is so great, it's impossible to think of it as human. No matter how great Himeno's reflexes are, there should be no way for her to drag two people underwater. And I think I'm going to call that as a... I'm not seeing a stopping point. Like a very specific stopping point. And I think this is probably a good one, a little bit of cliffhanger of her trying to kill us. Because she's probably going to try to kill us. Who would have thought? So... Oh my god, so we've... Everything's basically been answered, hasn't it? Now it's just a matter of how things are going to turn out. You know, I'm probably just going to finish this up now, because I have a feeling this is one, maybe two more episodes longer. Hell, I don't know. Maybe I won't be able to get another episode out of this. That's a complete possibility. Depends how long it is. I'll probably do that right after this, but I'll see you next time. Drive safely. Bye.